Hi everybody, thank you for being here today. My sequence today is going to be focused on beginners. So those of you who are just starting out with a yoga practice, or maybe it's been a while and your body's feeling a little bit stiff, we're gonna take it slow and easy and just kind of ease you back into some of these movements. So let's go ahead and get started. Lay down on your mat, all the way down into Shavasana to start. Settle in, think about lengthening your spine, let your toes just flap out to the sides. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other and let your palms face up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes here. Just begin to notice how your body is feeling today, where you might have tension or tightness, and see if you can begin to allow yourself to relax. Slowing down. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it out. From here on out, we'll breathe in and out just through the nose. So take a deep inhale. This time, keep your lips closed as you breathe out through the nose. And try to find an even breath, so our inhale and our exhale are the same length. And take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Blink your eyes open. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, circle your wrists and ankles. Bend your knees, bringing your feet flat on the floor. And then you can lift your pelvis, send your hips forward and come all the way back down so that your low back is flat on your mat. Draw your left knee in towards your chest and hold on behind your knee. And then from here, extend your right leg forward, point your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just gently bicycle the legs, switch sides, pull your right knee in close as you extend the left leg long. Try to keep your collarbones wide. Inhale. Exhale, switch legs. See if you can draw the left knee in a little closer to your chest this time. One more deep breath in. And exhale, change legs. Let the shoulders settle down towards the floor. Nice long neck. On your next inhale, pull both knees in towards your chest, so you're in a reverse tabletop here, and bring your hands on top of your thighs. We'll take a really small little circle with the legs. So you're gonna press your legs forward, open the knees out to the side, draw your knees in and back together. Just a little hip opener here. If you have more mobility, you can extend those legs longer, open it wider, but take it where you're comfortable today. And one more circle, pull your belly down, start to feel your abdominals engage. And we'll take it the other direction, knees together towards your chest, open the legs apart and then send the toes forward. Little circles here to start to find some mobility through the hips. And again, if you have a wider range of motion, go ahead and make those circles bigger. One more time all the way around. Draw your knees back in towards your chest, plant the feet on the floor. Lift your right leg, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and bring your right hand to your right knee. Start to press that knee open, figure four stretch. So again, getting into that hip crease. Think about sending your knee away from you. Pull your toes back towards your shin, so you're flexing through your foot. And keep that low back connected to the mat, shoulders open wide. Space across the chest. And take a couple more deep breaths here. Inhale fully. Exhale, send that knee forward. Good, one more deep breath in. And exhale, gently release. Plant your right foot down, switch sides. Left ankle over the right thigh. Left hand to your left knee and press the knee open. Pull your toes back towards your shin, flexing the foot. Start to open up through that left hip. And just just notice one side is probably a little different than the other. You might have one side that feels super tight while the other one's pretty open. And just notice what's going on in your body today without forcing or without passing judgment on yourself. Just be aware. Good, one more deep inhale. And exhale, gently release. Plant both feet and drop your knees over to the right side. Go ahead and roll towards the right. Plant your left palm and come all the way upright. Slide your legs forward and you're going to cross your ankles. If it's difficult for you to sit in this position, you could take blocks or pillows to lift up underneath your legs for a little bit more support if your knees are higher than mine. It's okay. Just bring the floor to you. See if you can start to get a little closer towards the feet, sending the weight towards the front of the pelvis. And take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. We'll take circles with the neck here. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder and gaze to the ceiling. Left ear, left shoulder, and chin to chest. Take it one more time to the right, all the way around. Nice and easy, and come back through center, chin to chest. 2 times to the left. Left ear, left shoulder, gaze to the ceiling. Right ear, right shoulder, and chin to chest. One more time, all the way around. Let go of tension in the neck. Let your head hang heavy for a moment here. And inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then drop the shoulder blades. Roll the shoulders back. Again, lift and press the shoulders down one more time, all the way up and around. And take it the other direction. Shoulders come forward and release. Feel that tension when the shoulders come up towards your ears and then that release as they drop down. So that you can come back to that feeling later in our practice, that feeling of openness, shoulders away from ears. And from here, take your right arm across your chest, hook it into your left elbow, and reach out actively through your right fingertips. Now notice if that tension is happening, shoulder towards the ear, see if you can feel that release. Let the shoulder blade draw down the back. Start to stretch out through the back of your arm and keep lengthening your spine. Reach up through the crown of the head. One more inhale. And exhale, switch arms. Left arm draws across, hook it into the right elbow. Again, let that shoulder drop down, make space, lengthen the neck. And notice if your fingers have flopped, if you're not activating your hand, reach out through the fingertips. Keep sitting tall, one more inhale. And exhale, release. Send your right arm forward and point your fingers down towards the floor. And then hold onto your hand. Pull the fingers back as you press your wrist forward. So many of us are at the computers, on the phone, in the car, and our wrists get very stiff and sore. So we want to make sure that we stretch the wrists out before we start to put any weight on the wrists. We spend a lot of time on our hands in yoga. Go ahead and flip your fingertips up, pull back, and press the heel of your hand forward. So before we get into any of that weight bearing on our wrists, we want to make sure that our muscles are warmed up and ready for that. Again, keep the shoulders dropping down. Lift tall through your spine. Switch hands, dropping your left fingertips, pull the fingers back as you press your wrist forward. And again, notice what side is a little tighter for you. Flip the fingertips up, pull back as you press the heel of your hand forward. For me, this forearm's a little tighter today. Good, one more breath. And then gently release. Bring your hands into fists and just circle out the wrists a few times, one direction and then the other. And then bring your palms together. Press your fingers over to the right. Push down. And then lift the fingertips back up to the ceiling. Press the other way. Good. Last time, fingertips up. Press over to the right. Fingertips to the ceiling and then over to the left. Good. Go ahead and release. On an inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and now spin your palms towards the ceiling. Press up actively through your palms as you drop your shoulders down. Notice if your ribs have started to press way forward. Try to draw those bottom ribs in. Keep your abdominals engaged. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, take a little side bend up and over to the right. Nice and easy. Keep pressing down through the left sit bone. Inhale back through center. Exhale up and over to the left. Good. Inhale through center. And exhale, bring your hands down. From here, you're going to sweep your legs out to one side. And now we're going to come up onto hands and knees. So tabletop position, I want you to spread your fingers as wide as you can. Think about spreading that weight out across the hand. And bring your shoulders forward over your wrists. Hips are right over your knees, and your knees are hips distance apart. On an inhale, drop your belly, start to lift the tailbone, cow pose. Find a nice arching in the low back. And then exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest, cat. Good, one more time through, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come through a neutral spine. And extend your right toes straight back on the floor. So feel that lengthening out of the leg. Start to kick back through your heel. And if you're able to, lift that leg up to hover off the floor. Go ahead and point your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull your knee in towards your chest, as close to the body as you can get it. Inhale, send the leg back. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, reach back. Keep pushing down into your palms. Exhale, knee, and lift that leg as high as you can. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull your knee to your chest. Good, inhale, send it back and just hold here. Pull your belly in and up. Think about your spine pushing up between your shoulder blades to keep that nice neutral back. And then lift the leg a little higher, squeezing through the back of the leg. Good, start to feel that core engaged, leg might be shaking. One more deep breath. And exhale, bring your knee all the way back down. Good, from here, your right toes are gonna spin out to the right side. So you're just doing a little pivot on the leg, and then extend your left leg straight back. Okay, so one more time. Turn those right toes out to the side, step the left leg back, planting onto the outer edge of that left foot, and then lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling. Good, keep pressing down into your right hand shoulder over the wrist. And maybe if you're comfortable here, you could lift your left leg up, kick out through the heel. One more deep breath in. And exhale, come all the way back, tabletop. Good, if you need to, circle out that right wrist. And then set it back up, spread the fingers wide, shift your weight forward. You wanna think about pressing into your knuckles and your fingertips rather than dumping weight into your wrists. So shift that weight forward. Inhale, send your left leg back. First, keep it on the floor. Kick your heel back, feel the back of the leg get strong, and then maybe float that leg up off the floor, point your toes. Exhale, knee in towards your chest, push down into the knuckles. Inhale, send the leg back long. Good, again, exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your chest. Inhale, shoot it back. Last time, exhale, knee in. Inhale, lengthen, hold here. Notice if your arms are starting to get a little lazy. Keep pressing the floor away. Pull your belly in. Think about your spine lifting between your shoulder blades. Press that heel a little higher. Last inhale. And exhale, bring your knee down. Now left toe spin to the left. And extend your right leg. Press into the outside of your right leg and lift your right arm up. Modified side plank. Good, you can stay here. Think about rotating your chest open towards the ceiling. If you feel okay here, maybe you start to lift that right leg up off the ground. Kick out through your heel. Squeezing through your outer hip if that leg is lifted. One more breath. And exhale, come all the way back down. From here, bring your big toes together. You can open your knees as wide as your mat and then hinge your hips back. Moving into child's pose. You're gonna start to walk your hands forward. Take your time with it. And then see if you can lower your chest down towards the floor. Close your eyes. See if you can come back to focusing on your breath. Deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Hear the sound of your breath. And in child's pose here, as you inhale, think about the breath moving into the back body, expanding through the rib cage, all the way through the spine. And exhale, let your heart melt down towards the floor. Okay, one more deep breath in. Exhale, sink back to the floor. On your next inhale, press back into your palms. Start to shift your heart forward. So you're lifting up. Tuck your toes, and then see if you can lift your knees up off the mat for downward facing dog. So if you're new to this position, what tends to happen is that you shift the weight forward and you still are dumping weight into the wrist creases. What I want you to think about is pushing your heart towards your legs. So you're pressing back to get the weight out of your wrists and into the legs. Let those heels drop towards the floor as much as you can. Allow your top of your head to drop down, releasing weight through the neck. Just let the head get heavy. You could gently shake the head, yes and no. Nice and easy with it. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release through the mouth. And on your next inhale, look forward. Start to bend your knees as you lift your heels high and gently begin to walk your feet forward towards your hands as much as you can. And then when you need to, come up onto your fingertips. I'm going to turn to face you. Take a nice deep bend in your knees. Grab onto opposite elbows, let your head hang down, and just take a little rock side to side. On an inhale, bring your fingertips to your shins. Start to straighten out your legs and send your head forward. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. And as you exhale, again, keep that bend in the knees. Let your chest drop down. Maybe bring your fingertips to the floor this time. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. On your next inhale, press down into your feet. Circle your arms out as you rise to stand, palms touch overhead. Tadasana, mountain pose. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to move through that little sequence up and down 3 times. Half Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold in. You can keep the legs straight or knees bent if you need. Inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to your shins. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, press into the legs, lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more times, building heat in the body. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen out halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, circle your arms, rise to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last time, inhale, deep breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, melt your chest towards your legs. Inhale, root to rise, press down into the heels. And exhale, hands to your heart. Really nice. From here, bring your hands to your hips, step your legs wide, and then open your arms out. You might need to open the legs a little wider than you think you need to. You want your ankles underneath your wrists if you can get them that wide. From here, bring your right hand to your right hip crease. And from your hip, you're going to turn your right leg all the way open towards the short end of your mat. Think about wrapping your butt cheek underneath your thigh bone. And try to keep your hips and your chest towards the front of, well, the long side of your mat. I'm not sure which way you're facing. From here, angle your back toes in towards the front corner of your mat and bend your knee. Warrior 2. Good. Settle in here. Drop the shoulder blades. Reach actively through the fingertips. And see if you can get that knee to bend a little bit deeper. Knee stays stacked over your ankle. On an inhale, spin your right palm towards the ceiling and reach up and back, reverse your warrior to stretch out through both sides of the body. You want to think long here. Keep the bend in the front knee. One more breath. And exhale, come all the way back up, warrior two. Good. Inhale, press into that front big toe, straighten out your leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your toes back towards the long side of your mat. You can even angle your toes in slightly. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the top of the head. And as you exhale, hinge forward just halfway. Think about sending the weight towards your big toes. One more inhale. And come all the way up. Good. Open your arms wide. We're going to take this to the second side. So hand to your left hip. Open that leg. Toes face the short end of your mat. Angle your back toes forward and bend your knee, warrior two. Take a second to set up here. Press your knee open towards the outside of your foot. And drop in a little deeper. Reach actively through the fingertips. Drop your shoulders. Feel strong and grounded here. On an inhale, spin the left palm up, reach up and back to reverse your warrior. Try to keep those shoulders down. Nice long neck. And keep sinking into that front knee. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, rise, warrior two. On your inhale, straighten out the left leg, hands to your hips. Turn your toes to parallel, one more forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Nice flat spine. On your next inhale, rise all the way up. Good. Bend your knees, step the feet together, and turn to face one of the short edges of your mat. Good. From here, step your left leg back about 3/4 of the way. And then you're going to bend into your right knee. So you want that knee stacked over the ankle. You can pop up your left heel so you're on the ball of the foot. If you're feeling a little bit more open here, you might send that leg back further. You can keep your hands on your hips or reach your arms up alongside your ears, crescent pose. You're going to take little bends with that back knee. So sink down into the left knee and exhale, straighten the leg. Good, just 2 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last time, bend and push the floor away. Good, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step your left leg up to meet your right and reach all the way up. Hands to heart center and back to your hips. Switching legs, step the right leg back. Decide how far you can send it. You want to keep your hips neutral, facing the front edge of your mat. You're going to lift that back heel and bend into the left knee, crescent pose. If you're comfortable here, reach your arms up alongside the ears. And on an inhale, bend into that right knee. Exhale, push the floor away. Good. Again, inhale, bend. Exhale, press and straighten. Last time, inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the back leg up to meet the front leg. Reach up and exhale, hands to your heart. Good. From here, keep the legs together. Reach your arms forward. Take a deep inhale and bend your knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Want to think about spreading wide across the collarbones. Keep the chest lifted. One more breath, sink a little deeper. Exhale, rise, reach all the way up and hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach forward as you sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana. Think about pulling your belly straight back and your hip points pull up towards the ribs so the pelvis does a little tilt forward. One more inhale. Exhale, rise, hands to heart. Last time through, inhale, reach forward. Sink the weight into your heels. And then this time, maybe start to lift those arms up alongside the ears. Keep the chest open. So if this is happening when you try to lift your hands, just stay with the arms forward. Good, one more breath. And exhale, rise, hands to heart center. Good, from here, bend your knees, bring your hands down. You're gonna come all the way to seated. Extend the legs forward, move the flesh of the buttocks, feel your sit bones rooting down. I'm gonna take just a little mini forward fold here. So I want you to press your thighs into the ground, pull your toes towards you. Try to keep the legs here, don't let the knees pop up. So inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinging from your hips, reach forward as much as you can. Maybe it's just a couple inches. If you can go a little deeper, great. But keep those thighs pressing into the ground. Pull the toes back towards you. Inhale, rise all the way back up. One more time, exhale, hinge, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Think about lengthening through the spine all the way out through the crown of the head. And inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come down alongside you. Bend your knees. I'm going to switch to the side here. Reach your arms forward if you can and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Plant your palms and walk your heels in so that you can feel your heels with your fingertips. We'll take 3 slow bridge lifts. You want to bring your shoulder blades as close together under the back as you can. On an inhale, press into your arms and your heels to lift the pelvis up. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Think about squeezing the legs towards each other. Inhale, lift, so that the knees don't open out to the sides. And exhale, lower. On this last one, we'll hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, lift. Come up to that highest point. If you're able to, maybe you interlace the hands underneath you and bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. Good, again, inhale. Exhale, hold. Last breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. If your hands are underneath you, move them out to the sides. Good, draw your knees towards your chest. Hold onto your shins and take a little rock side to side. Plant your feet back down. You can open your arms wide or bend the elbows if that's more comfortable for you. Step the feet a little wider apart, or heel toe the feet apart, and then drop both knees over towards the right. Keep your chest center and your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the knees, and exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Releasing through the hips and through the low back. Inhale back through center. Go ahead and extend the legs long and reach your arms over your head. We'll take a side stretch here on our backs. So cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle and extend your left arm down towards your left leg. Start to reach your right arm up and overhead. Take a little side stretch. So now we're stretching up higher in the back body. Keep that shoulder away from your ear. Nice long neck. One more breath. And come back through center. Reach both arms straight up overhead. Change the cross of the ankles. Left on top of right. Let your right fingertips come down towards your right leg. And then extend that left arm up and over. Last breath here. Come back through center. Reach your arms long. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, drop your arms down alongside the torso. Let your palms flip up towards the ceiling, opening the toes wide. Draw the shoulder blades closer together for Shavasana. Hopefully now your body is feeling a little bit more open and limber. Preparing you for more yoga to come. Getting a little bit more used to some of the postures that you'll see in other yoga classes. Notice how you're feeling now after your practice. And again, if there's tension anywhere in the body, See if you can actively let go, just release as you melt down into your mat. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, you'll begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Go ahead and bend your knees, plant the feet down on the mat. Reach your right arm back alongside the ear, and then rock over to your right side. Coming to rest on that right arm. From here, press down into the left palm and lift all the way back up. Come back to a comfortable cross-legged position. Lift up tall through the spine. Bring your palms together at heart center. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bowing in towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.